Hello, and welcome to another live. And it's about some updates for the DaCosta Cup and Manning Cup competitions. For sure, the DaCosta Cup, their final 32 is ready. But welcome if this is your first time tuning in. And if you're a returning viewer, listener, subscriber, welcome back, welcome back. Voices in Education is a safe space where we share and learn from each other. So I am not going to keep you waiting. I'm just going to navigate, all right, to this page that I want to share with you in the context of the latest DaCosta Cup, and as we would say, DCup updates. All right, and thereafter we'll get into the updates for the Manning Cup. All right, but again, welcome one, welcome all. If you're just tuning in, please remember to hit the like button, the share button, and of course, the subscription button as we continue to grow stronger together. So, all right, so with the DaCosta Cup, all right, we're now down to 32 teams. All right, so we have 8 groups. All right, so is your school here? Let me know in the chat. So right now in group 1, and based on the names, so I'm seeing them right now, they're just in alphabetical order, right? That's my observation, by the way. In group 1, we have Cornwall College. All right, so Cornwall College in group 1, Hemsill High School out of Clarendon. And by the way, I'm a country girl, Clarendon girl. All right, Rossies, they're also in group 1, and Spot Valley. All right, so we have here again Cornwall, Hemsill, Rossies, and Spot Valley in group 1. So let's just quickly look at the other groups before I just come to share some additional information with you guys. So this is group 2, and in group 2 we have Black River, Cedric Titus, From Tech, and Ocherius. All right, so that's group 2. And let's see here. Next, we have Manchester High, Mannings High, Stets, and William Nib. Now, this seems to be a tough one. All right, so let's just move on now to group 4. In group 4, we have Alphonsus Davis, Brownstone, Malden, and Monroe. All right, so that's group 4. All right, over to group 5. We have Bel Air, Denby High. All right, so another Clarendon school. So kudos to Denby High here. Happy Grove and Homewood Tech. I believe from Clarendon, perhaps 5 schools from Clarendon. All right, over in group 6, we have Central, so one of my teams here, Dintil, Port Antonio, and Yalas. Then in group 7, we have Clarendon College, Glenmuir. All right, let's just go down. Another of my teams here, Paul Bogle, Titchfield. So in group 7, 2 Clarendon schools. All right, I'm from Clarendon, so I can't help but see that. All right, in group 8, we have Christiana, Garvey Masio, another Clarendon school out of Southwest Clarendon here, McGrath, and St. Mary High School. All right, so those are the 8 groups. All right, so from the 8 groups, all right, 2 teams will advance to the quarterfinals. All right, so from the 8 groups, the top 2 teams will advance to the quarterfinals. All right, so I'm just going to get some information for you in this context too, just to give you a better understanding of some of the top teams that have, pretty much entered into this round of 32 from the first round. All right, so I am getting that information for you. So again, we have here All right. 8 teams, 8 groups, sorry, in the context of the 8 group in the context of the DaCosta Cup. All right. 8 groups. And each group consists of 4 teams, 4 schools, and the top 2 from each group will advance. All right. So just to let you know that. All right. So in the context of the first round in the DaCosta Cup competition, all right. So let us see. Cornwall College. Let's go back up to group 1. All right, Cornwall College. So we're trying to see, who is likely to go out here. So Cornwall College, right? They pretty much topped group Zone A. So they have been coming from Zone A with Malden. So I know Malden is out as well. All right, so Cornwall College, they came out with Malden. So we're going to try to take some notes here just to ensure that we're able to follow along and keep you posted in the context of the round of 32 here. All right, so Cornwall College, they were coming from Zone A. All right, so Cornwall, and we have Malden there. So in here now, Kemsil, Rossies, Spot Valley. All right, so let us see here. Rossies is coming from Zone B. All right, so Rossies, Zone B. And Rossies is the runner-up for that zone. All right, so From Tech, they took control of Zone B. All right, so that is why we're seeing Rossies in this one here. All right. Zone C, all right, in Zone C, we have Mannings, all right, and Black River. And by the way, some of the zones, we get like 3 teams, all right? And that's depending on, so for example, the zone with Central, Clarendon College, and Denby High School. So that zone, the top 3 schools, they went into the round of 32. All right. So Zone C, Mannings and Black River. So the runner-up there. All right. Over in Zone D. All right. And we're seeing Spot Valley here. So Zone D, Spot Valley and William Nib. All right. Came from that one. All right. So we're seeing Spot Valley here in group 1. So we're just going to go down a little bit. Zone E, Monroe and Stets, all right? Let's just quickly get them. Zone F, Bel Air and Manchester. And in Zone G, Christiana, Homewood, and I guess they took, because this zone had 8, they took the top 3, all right? Alphonsus Davis went along as well. So that's Zone G. So we got Christiana, Homewood, and Alphonsus Davis, all right? Zone H is a similar zone that I talked to you about in terms of Central, CC, and Denby. 3 schools from that zone. All right, so 3 out of Clarendon there. Zone I, it's a similar thing here for Zone I believe. Glenmuir, Garvey, and Kemsil. And as you can see here, Kemsil is in group 1. So Kemsil was the finished 3rd in Zone I. All right. So now we're kind of seeing how this group one is, looking in the context of where the teams are coming from. All right, in zone J, a very small zone, 4 teams in this one. So McGrath and Dintil, they come out of this one. All right. And zone K, Ocherius and Brownstone. And zone L, Happy Grove and Paul Bogle. So in a little bit, we'll see some more here. Zone M, Port Antonio and Titchfield. And perhaps some other schools, because we have some of these zones again where we have 3 teams coming out from the zone. So welcome, guys. If you're just tuning in, welcome. So again, we get a better understanding of where some of these teams are coming from. So in the context of Group 1, right? Cornwall College, they topped Zone A. So we're expecting to see some good things there from Cornwall College. Likewise, Spot Valley, they're the winners of Zone D. All right. So that is something to see there. But then you have to give Rossi some credit here. So I feel that this zone is going to be one to really watch. Will Cornwall Rossi's get out, or will we see Spot Valley and either Cornwall? How about Kemsill? But I am thinking that Kemsill might be the weakest team in this zone. All right. Having finished in 3rd place behind Glenmuir and Garvey Matthew. So that's my take. So perhaps I wouldn't be too surprised if I see that Kemsill is not going forward. But again, matches, we'll wait to see. And I'll give you some updates in terms of some matches that will be played as soon as this week. All right, so in Group 2, all right, we see Black River, Cedric Titus, From Tech, and Ocherius. All right, so here, From Tech, they're the winners of Zone B. All right, From Tech, they're the winners of Zone B. So they won ahead of Rossi's in this zone. All right, so From Tech. And then here we also have, let me see, Black River. Black River. They are the runner-up for Zone C, Black River. All right, so they were right behind Manning's there. So right now, I'll say From Tech is one here to look out for in this zone. Ocherius, they're the winner of Zone K. All right. Ocherius, and I am trying to find Cedric Titus. Perhaps Cedric Titus was one of those teams that had finished, in that top 3. Like the best 3rd place finish. I'm not too sure, but I'll double check to see where Cedric Titus is coming from the zone. All right, in a little bit. But that's pretty much how Group 2 is looking. I guess From Tech, you'll say, and I guess you would want to expect Ocherius, but it could be a situation where we're going to see Black River coming out. So this is definitely one to look at. All right, over in this group here, we have Manchester, Manning, Stets, William Knibb. Now, I feel like this one is a really tough group. All right, so Manchester, they finished 2nd in their zone, and I guess that's why they're here, right behind Belair. And then who we have here? We have Stets. They finished 2nd in their zone behind Monroe. All right, so there you go. Mannings, though, they topped their zone C. So they finish ahead of Black River. And then we have William Knibb, that they were the runner-ups to Spot Valley in Zone D. All right, so here, I think this group is pretty balanced, but still some top teams, right? And this one is really tough to call. But I'm going to go with the M's, Manchester and Mannings. Red is here, so I don't know, whenever you're ready to come on into this conversation, you can definitely come on in. But that's the situation right now with this particular group. I don't know if you have anything you'd like to share here.
Hello, everyone. I totally agree with you. This group is a tough group, and it's hard going against Manchester and Man United this one. So let's see how that one pans out.
All right, fantastic. Over to group 4. We have Alphonsus Davis, all right, Brownstone, Malden, and Monroe. All right, so Monroe, they won ahead of Stits, all right? I think they're zone E. All right, so Monroe, let's see there. Monroe is 1 to the code 4. Where Malden, they were runner-ups to Cornwall College in zone A. All right, so Malden, but they were based on the points. I think Cornwall ended on like 25. Perhaps they were on like 19. Not too sure, but I could double check that for you. Brownstone, no. I'm trying to find Brownstone, guys. So Brownstone, okay, they were runner-ups to Ocherius. All right, so that's Brownstone for you. Alphonsus Davis, were they in a third place finish, perhaps one of those groups? No, yeah, they were in third place. So they were in group zone G with Christiana Ormond. So they finished like in the number 3 spot. So I think this one is open, and I'll say Monroe to go through and any other team, any other school. All right, so this one seems pretty. Monroe should go through, and I say should because that's operative, and the ball game it's round, but Monroe College stands a very good chance here of getting out without much issues, I'll say.
Okay, so I agree with you. Um, I'm going with Alfonso.
Francis
Davis.
Davis.
Yes.
I
So
know
I'm going to choose two teams from each group just to see how well my predictions will go. So those are the two teams from
I
each group.
know I okay, good going, but yeah, it was 19. And perhaps I would go with Malden, Monroe Malden. But you said Alphonsus Davis, and I said they were in group G. Let's quickly take a look at Alphonsus Davis. Because they were like down there. Yeah. So and Brownstone, they were in Brownstone K. Just kind of quickly look at the games that they played here quickly. 20. So perhaps Monroe Brownstone or Monroe Malden because the trick is there.
You
So
got to choose one. So choose one and
going
we'll
with the
take.
M's,
We're going with the M's
the
again.
two, Monroe Malden to get out of this one. All right. Soji, welcome, Soji. Happy to have you here. Welcome, channel member. Happy to have you here. All right, so that's group 4. All right, so in this context, let's quickly move to group 5. All right, this is a very it's a pleasant surprise to see Bellear High. And let me tell you, Bellear deal with Chester, to some degree, because you would expect Manchester to win that zone, guys, if you have been following DCup. But Belair, they have a very solid team, and my belief is that they're going to go very far. So Belair, they top the zone with Manchester High. Denby High School, straight out of Clarendon, so I can tell you this off the top of my head. They finished third in the grove in the zone. All right, Happy Grove, and by the way, Denby was in zone H with Central CC. All right, Happy Grove, they won their zone, so zone L, but I don't believe they have a lot in that zone, right? Homewood, they were runner-up runner up in the zone. So you know me now with this thing, I'm going with Belair Demby.
Okay, good choice. Good choice. I would work with those two as well, but I'm going to go Demby Homewood. Um, this is what I am going. So she's laughing at my choices. So what I know about this competition is the second round, this round of 32, gives you a better, understanding of the teams, and I'm hoping that in the second round, these two teams will not let me down. But to be honest, my number one choice would be Demby and Belair.
Well, go
But
with Demby
no,
Belair.
you're going with that one, so I'm going Demby Homewood just to add variety to the choices
No,
here.
it's okay if at least we can say, we know we think. So if we're both agreeing on the same thing, that means we know we think. So and
I'll stick with mine.
the people they can come back and say, both of them they agreed. So yeah. So here then in that sense, we're going to go with well, I said Belair Demby and you said Demby Homewood Tech. All right, so fantastic. So let's just move down. So guys, we're trying to give you a sense of where the teams are coming from. All right, so group 6, sound up the big things them. In this one, we have Central, Dintil, Port Antonio, and Yalos. And if you have been following, you know that Central is one of my teams, man. Oh, one Central. By the way, Central is coming from Zone H. They top the zone with the defending champions, Clarendon College, all right? So Central, they won their zone. All right, Dintil, and I think Dintil is Soji School. Talk to me, Soji, in the chat there. Dintil, they were runner-ups in Zone J, all right? So Magra top that zone. And with the zone with Dintil, I think it's just 4 teams in that zone. It's a pretty small group, all right? But let me tell you something about Port Antonio High. Port Antonio High School, they have been doing fantastic. By the way, I believe they top their zone M. All right. All right. So just to come to Ochi, we know self Dintil and Ochi are your side. I think I spoke about Ochi. Or we don't get there yet. Ochi won, they top their zone in zone K. Let us see if we missed the group, but we'll go back. All right, so here I'm going to say, let's give you some stats now for Yalas. Yalas. Where would Yalas be coming from? Somewhere up that side, right? So the lower zone. So perhaps I don't have it on this. I need to just double check. Happy Grove, Fall Bogo. All right. So Yalas perhaps coming as one of those teams that finished down there in that context. So I'm just
So
checking.
what are your two teams from
Central
here?
and Port Antonio.
All right, those would be my choices as well. Just want to welcome Mark and just to say hi to Soji as well. Big up yourself, Soji. It's good hearing from you.
Yeah, so I'm going to go, but let me just see where Yalas. So Yalas is actually coming from Zone L, where they select, I guess, top 3. So Happy Grove, Paul Bogle, Yalas. All right. So Yalas and with Dintil, like Dintil is one of those teams, that can go either way. Dintil can go through like Dint. You remember when well, when I said CC gifted Central that year in the final because CC went, and I tear up the internet, guys. Maybe tear up the net, because that's how Central I went through and went forward. But that was good. So Dintil is one of those teams that can move forward, but I believe they were in some disciplinary things, so perhaps that might have affected, their performance. I don't know. I believe it was detailed with Issa, but we'll see. But for sure, the 2 teams here that I'm taking out of Group 6, Central and Port Antonio. And Port Antonio has been playing immaculate this season. Big up to Coach Al from Port Antonio High School.
All right, so in the chat, Soji is saying that Dintil will top this group. So you were mentioning Dintil just now, and Soji is saying, yes, Dintil will top this one.
No, they're not winning
So
this
let's
group.
see
So
what
Dintil
numbers
are
are
who
coming.
coming out. Dintil and Central. Soji, you need to go and check out Port Antonio. High school. Seriously. Port Antonio, they're not playing. Let me see one Port Antonio.
Well,
Orange
I'm
zones.
going to respect the point that Soji is making here because I think you'll see the better teams here in this group of 32. So sometimes based on the zone that they're coming from, that can, be significant in
For
terms of
sure.
the
That's
reflection
why
of
I
their
was saying
performance.
like Dinty was one of
So
those teams where
it's
they can just flip things.
so it's I think it's a pretty tough group here as well.
But
With
Central used to a
Central,
Dinty, you
Dintil,
know.
and Port Antonio, those three teams are going to be vying, I think, seriously for that.
Central used to a Dintil. I think Central have had that experience with Dintil. It's not the first time they're meeting Dintil in somewhere here. So Central and a Dintil, but remember now, Coach Hall, he has a little Central thing to him too, you know. So big up Coach Hall, wherever you are, like him, big up yourself and good work with the Port Antonio students there. But this zone, again, Dintil will see what happens, all right? I'm not having Dintil for the window, so the Central Port Antonio. Let's see what happens when the ball is played. And I'm going to tell you guys about some games that are coming up. So group 6, that was. Let's take a look at group 7. No, I want to talk about CC. But then again, if CC had topped the zone, Central would be in this group 7, right? So guys, CC, they were in Group H with Centralized. So Central top the zone, CC second, them be in the number 3 spot. I am getting, oh, you're not here. Are you hearing me better now? Mark, are you hearing me or perhaps you weren't hearing Rurian? Let me
Yeah,
know
I wasn't hearing you. Let me know if you hear me now, Mark.
who you're hearing and who you're not hearing. Yeah, but I don't know.
So let me know if you're hearing me, Mark. Would really appreciate that. All right.
And let me know if you're hearing me clearly as well, guys. I want to know if it's my microphone.
Guys, I want you guys to hear the predictions because we're coming back for the results as they come in.
And
So
try to get some of the games too, because some of the games they're not being broadcast, so it's hard to kind of get it like that. So hopefully this, and then the ones that I've seen this week, nothing is being televised, so we'll definitely keep an eye out on that for sure. All right, let us see if we can. I'm wondering if we should add the other line to perhaps get, you know let's just try and see what happens here. All right, guys, we're going to see if we can add another line here. And not sure if Mark is still here, but we're going to add another line just to ensure that the microphone, you guys are hearing us clearly. So guys, if you're in the chat, let me know if you're hearing me. Perhaps it's Rurian that you're not hearing, but we're going to add another line just to make sure that, things are going as planned. All right, so happy to have you guys here. Yes, guys, we're still here.
All right, guys, let us know if this is better. Should be better there. All right, Ruben.
Yes, guys. So let me know if you're hearing me better now. Let me know so that we can, probably go over a little bit. So let me know if you're hearing me.
All right, fantastic. I believe this one should go through well here. I'm just trying to close this. How do I do that? Okay, here we go. All right, guys. So this group seven now, all right, in the context of Clarendon College, Glenmere High School, Paul Bogle, Titchfield. No, as I said here, Glenmere High School, so CC, they came second in the zone. All right, so they were second in the zone, Clarendon College, and of course they're the defending champions. Glenmere, they topped their zone, so that was zone I. All right, so Glenmere High School, Garvey, Matthew, and Pencil, they were in that zone. All right, so just to let you know that, all right, those teams were in that zone. So Glenmere, they're coming out at the top of the zone. And let me tell you now, in the context of Paul Bogle, they're runners up in zone L with Happy Grove. And then Titchfield, they're in zone M. So they came in behind Fort Antonio High. Alright, so this zone, because me a Clarendon person, I am going to go CC Glenmere. That's all I know of this zone. But let me say, I wouldn't be too surprised if one of them go out, and I'm not going to say I don't want to jinx anybody. But over to you, Ryan.
Yes, happy you're hearing me much better, Mark. Thank you for the information there. Really, really happy that you're communicating that with us. With this group seven here, and the Glenmere, and those are going to be my selection from this group here. So I'm thinking that Clarendon and Glenmere will go through from this group. So, as I was saying a little bit earlier too, I think this round of 32 will show you the caliber teams, what the teams are made up of, show you their strengths because, it's the top 32 teams in the country. So, that's what I was saying. And this will give us a better understanding of, what team might be heading toward winning this competition.
Yeah, for sure. I just seen some of the chat, the comments coming up. Okay, okay, Mark, thanks. And Soju was saying Dintil and Glenmere, two favorites. But because I guess because of the disciplinary action, I guess with the boys, three of them, I guess with Dintil. All right, so for sure, yeah. So perhaps, as I said, Dintil team perhaps might be somewhat, you know, not to where it was initially. All right, so in group eight, Christiana Garvey. So Garvey must say straight out of Clarendon again, guys. McGraw and St. Mary. So by the way, Garvey Massey, they were runners up to Glenmere, but they ended on the same amount of points. So I am definitely, albeit the fact that I'm a country girl from Clarendon, I'm definitely going to go with Garvey from this one. All right, Christiana, they won their zone. All right, that zone with Homewood and Alphonsus Davis. So Christiana topped that zone. McGraw, it was just McGraw and Dinty. So McGraw, they won that zone. Sorry, not just McGraw and Dinty. Four teams, I believe, were in that zone with McGraw. All right, and then St. Mary, this looks like St. Mary High School. They should be down somewhere down in one of these zones. I'm trying to figure out St. Mary. It should be somewhere between J and over that side. Let me just figure them out.
All right, so let me go to the comments in the meantime. You're going to, try and find some information about that.
Yeah, St. Mary was in zone M. So they're the third place.
Yes, Mark, we're happy to bring the coverage to you. And we know that many persons out there are interested in this type of information. And we're totally happy having you here with us. And I'm happy that you're feeling at home. We love when our members are feeling good and informed, and we totally love having you here. Continue sharing in the chat.
Absolutely. So big up Mark, and that's Mark from Antigua, I believe. Yeah, I think that's Mark, correct, from Antigua. So welcome back, Mark. Yeah, Antigua. So happy to have you here again. So probably you found this place. I know you like this place. So happy to have you again. And big up to all the persons tuned in from Antigua. So I know Mark is going to let us get some more subscribers from over that side. All right. So this is done. Group 8, guys. And so again, I said I'm going to go with Garvey Master, and it could be anybody else, Not St. Mary. I'm not going to go with St. Mary based on where they ended. Unless St. Mary go with something else. What about that? Not going to go with St. Mary. Alright. So I'm pretty much going to go with Garvey. Oh God, my graph. Let me just see. You see, because that group, Maga or Christiana, because that group just had the 40. Let's go with Christiana. I'm just going to go with Garvey, Marcio, and Christiana. But for sure, I think Garvey going to come out. I'm gonna go with Garvey and Christiana.
All right, for me, I'm going to go with Garvey and Christiana as well. I'm going with Garvey because, they have been playing some good football. And Christiana, top in their group, not renowned for, I would say, for football, but they have been doing really well this year at their honor roll. So I am supporting them in their quest there. And what I've realized over the last few years in the DCup, there is a team that normally comes through that you're not looking on.
Bellier.
Yes, you have Bellier Christiana coming through this
And
time.
Port Antonio.
Port Antonio doing well. So normally there's one of those teams that you will come and cause a few upsets. So let's see how this year pans out.
As someone against India Kinata, so then top school and I will go to. But that is it for the group. So let me go back up because I think Soju was asking about Ocherius, and let's see if we can find Ochi to see what we said about Ochi. Okay, Ochi is in group 2. Alright, so Ochi is in group 2 with Black River, Cedric Titus, Chrome Tech, and Ochi. Alright, so for sure I said Chrome Tech. Chrome Tech is going to go through here. Orcherius, they top their zone with Brownstone, alright? So let us see. So Orcherius in zone K, alright? HIJK. Yeah, Orchard Brownstone, 10 played, 24 points. So they won 8. Marcus Garvey, Ferncourt, about not gonna York Castle, alright. Let's see. So Orchard, Cedric Titus was the school that I was trying to locate in terms of their zone. So Cedric Titus must be coming from up top here. Just give me a second, guys. Let me just see if I can locate CT. It's funny, I can't find them yet. Okay, here we go. So they're coming from zone D. So Cedric Titus finishing behind Scott Valley, William Lib. It's a no for me. I think I said I went with Chrome Tech and Black River. Was it Black River? Black River. Oh, they finished behind Manning's in zone C. All in all, we could give it to Ochi, Chrome Tech Ochi to come out of this zone. Alright, so this is score 1.
Well, Soji is very knowledgeable about these sort of stuff. It's hard to go against Ochoria, knowing that Soji is a pundit in that regard. But Ochi is for me as well.
Yeah, from Ochi. So guys, let's just go back quickly. so you can get an understanding. So group one, having gone through where they're coming from with the zones, I went, so in group one, we have Cornwall, Kempsey, Rosties, and Spot Valley. This is a tough zone, guys. Let me tell you, because you have Cornwall here, Rosties, Spot Valley. I was saying I'm going with Cornwall and Rosties. You see, first time I'm going up against a Clarendon school. But Kempsey, do something for me now. Do something straight out of Southwest Clarendon. Come, do something.
All right, this one is a tough one. Guys, what we would want you to do to put who do you think will be coming out of each group as we're browsing through?
So just two from each
Two
group.
from
So
each
two
group,
going
yeah.
to the quarterfinals. All right. So for this one, we're saying Cornwall Rosties because Rosties is a football school. So I'm gonna go with Rosties and the track record.
Yeah, this one is a tough one. Cornwall is a mainstay there for me. Rosties have not been they have not been doing so well.
Rosties,
Yes, for the last few seasons, I would say so.
Rosties, good
I
man.
would probably would have to go with Rosties just the same, based on their rich
Rosties,
football history,
Rosties, good man.
rich football history, but they haven't been making it up to the pinnacle
But
of
the
it.
thing is, Spot Valley, you know, but Spot Valley played like Discovery, Mushet, Aran. So sometimes, as you rightly said, because of the caliber team that they get in the first round, right? When they come over into the zone at 32, you see a different plane. But we can put a little star against Spot Valley. If they come out spottingly, I wouldn't be surprised.
And that's the thing with the teams too. You have turnover over the years, so you have players leaving, new players coming in. So it could be a case where Scotland and some of the other teams have a good squad in, and it's just their year.
Absolutely. All right. So that's group one. But all in all, we're saying Cornwall Rosties, right? All right. So over into group two now, where we have Black River, Cedric Titus, Chrome Tech, and Ochi. We go with Chrome Tech and Ochi.
Yes, Chrome Tech and Ochi for second
Group two.
group. Right.
All right. In group three, a very tough one, Manchester Manning State and William Nave. I said I was going with Chester and Manning.
All right, I'm going to go Manchester and Tex for this one. So that's where we differ on this one, group three.
All right, so let's go. Group four now. Alphonsus Davis, Brownstone, Malden, Monroe. I went with the M's again, Monroe and Malden.
And I went with Monroe and
Alphonsus
Davis.
Davis.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Yeah,
we go with Brownstones.
Let's see how this one works out. We'll be here to see. I am
In a little bit, yeah. Group five. All right. I went to so in group five we have Bel-Air, Denby, Happy Grove, Oakwood. So based on the first round, I'm going with Bel-Air and Denby High School.
All right, so Denby has been doing really well. Denby in in that group there beat Central and also CC, if my memory serves me.
I think so.
So I think Denby is a top third place team to come through. So I'm going with Denby, and I guess I have to go with Bel-Air.
Yeah.
We're having a stellar season this year. So I have to go with
Bel-Air. All right, group six. We have here, I'm going to be a tough zone here, We have, not really tough. Central didn't till Port Antonio. Yellow, so I'm going with Central and Port Antonio.
Central and Port Antonio for me as well. Central has done really well, beating the defending champions and holding them to a draw in their two fixtures there. So I'm going with Central on that. Port Antonio did really well. I think they gave us side about 20, if my memory serves.
Yeah, wow.
So hopefully their form will continue over here and prove us right.
Absolutely. Then in Group C, we have Clarendon College, Glenmere, Paul Bogan, Titchfield. Of course, I'm going to go with the defending champions and my other school in this competition, Glenmere High School. So CC Glenmere.
Glenmere for me as well with this one. Two good teams, and I'm expecting that they will, push on to the quarters.
All right, absolutely. And in the final group here, we have Christiana, Garvey Masio, Magra, and St. Mary. And I am going with Christiana and Garvey Masio.
Yes, and I'm on that one with you as well. Good run for Christiana this year. And Garvey Masia, has a rich soccer history as well. So those two teams. But as I said before, we'll have to watch these matches and see how things unfold because, teams changes and they are going to, come and give their best.
All right, absolutely. So I'm just trying to tell you the schedule of some games here. Let me just get to them in a little bit for the group encounters. All right, so just give me a second while I just get this information for you because the groups, so with Spot Valley and Rockies, all right, we should see that matchup. All right, so this is the round of 32 now. So with Spot Valley, where did my thing go? Here we go. So Spot Valley and Rockies, they should play on Wednesday. So Wednesday, October 16th. All right, and this match is scheduled at the Trelawney Multipurpose Stadium and should kick off at 3:30 p.m. All right, Rockies and Cornwall. All right, you should see them going up on Saturday, October 19 at Colin Miller Complex, kick off 3:30 p.m. All right, Kempston and Rockies, they play on Tuesday, October 22nd, Boga Road, 3:30 p.m. All right, so some information there for you in that context. All right, so just to let you know that's the situation there. All right, it looks like Happy Grove and Homewood Tech, they're going to play on Wednesday as well. All right, at this looks like Carter Park, 3:30 p.m. All right, so that's Happy Grove. And okay, I talked about that one already.
All
All
right,
right,
guys.
guys,
So
so
let me
let me
just
just
check
check
here
here
for
for
some
some
other
other
updates.
updates. I'm just looking at the matches that we should be seeing. Perhaps I should be able to show you here on screen. Let's just see if I can shift this a little bit here. And so that you can see here what's the situation. All right, so let's go. So Port Antonio versus Dintil. Is this the second round game, right? This looks like the 15th. Is this today? Wow.
No. Well,
Today is the 15th.
yeah, that's for sure. Today is the 15th.
And they're in the same group, right? Yeah, Port Antonio,
Yes.
Dintil, Central.
Yes, Central in that.
All right, so we should get some results today. All right, on the 16th, which is
Tomorrow.
Wednesday, Brownstone and Malden. All right, Christian and Garvey, they will play on Wednesday as well. Happy Grove and Homewood, Wednesday as well. Ocean and Black River on Wednesday. All right, McGraw and St. Mary, also on Wednesday. Mannings and Manchester on Wednesday. Specs and William Nib on Wednesday. Paul Bogle and Titchfield on Wednesday. Central and Yalas on Wednesday. All right, so Glenmore, this is a big one, and CC. So you see what they get to play there. The top two teams pretty much get to play very early. So they just need to go and win the next game. All right, Glenmore and CC, they play on Wednesday too. So we should be back here Wednesday, no, tomorrow for some updates. Where did I miss here? Oh, it went so fast. So next, Belair plays Demby on Wednesday as well.
And that's going to be a cracker game as well.
Yeah, that one should be good.
That will show the mettle of Belair, because Demby, I think, has a really good team. So, and Belair has done well. So I think that's going to be a good game to go see, guys.
Yeah, Belair Demby and Belair CC.
Yep.
This one is going to be a big one to spot Belair C's.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah.
So some really good
game. Manu Alphonsus Davis. So, by the way, these ones are the 16th. So, still Wednesday. All right. So, lots to see on Wednesday. And Cornwall College Pencil on Wednesday. From Cedric Titus, this looks like Thursday, the 17th. And then the 19th will be a Saturday. Brownstone Monroe. And then Spot Valley Pencil. So they come back there because it's home and away return leg, I guess. Yeah. So they come back there. And then Happy Grove Demby. So that's Saturday again. And Black River Chrome Tech on Saturday. Christiana St. Mary and Port Antonio Dallas. Alright, so lots happening. Garvey McGraw. Homewood Belair. Receives Cornwall. Okay, so pretty much. Those are the things that in there, guys. So
yes, so it's Wednesday and Saturday, real big games. A lot of games being played on Wednesday and Saturday, and a lot will happen as it relates to who will take a lead probably in each group.
Welcome, S Technic Skip. Alright, and S Technic Skip is saying, big up Soji. I came over to give the lady a spin. Thank you so much. Alright, guys, please remember to hit the like button, share button, and the subscription button. Alright, really appreciate the support. And again, remember to support your team, support the students, and just go there and enjoy the game as much as we are here trying to bring you the updates. So that's pretty much that for the DaCosta Cup. So let us just quickly go over to the Manning Cup. They have not yet, I would say, finalized in terms of moving to the next round, the second round, but we're just going to show you what is happening there in that context. If I can get this thing to work as I want it to work. Just give me a second here, guys. Let's just try and get this information up and running. All right, I think it's coming up now. Here we go. So with the Manning Cup, all right, they have a few things to finalize, but I'll just tell you who is leading the zone so far and the run-up. So here we go. So as you can see, Eltham, they have a match to play with Idle, I guess, determine the top of the table here. So Eltham, they're currently on 21 points, all right, and Idle on 18 points, all right? So they're pretty much the ones in Zone A. Other schools here, Dunoon, Cloncarty, Arden.
And just before you move from this Group A here, Eltham has a clean split, winning all their games, so doing really well in that group. So really, really good performance there, and I guess Eltham will be a team to look out for this year.
Yeah, so 7 off 7 there so far. All right, so let's just keep going. Zone B. All right, Mona, defending champions here. So Mona, Charlie, Simit here. All right, so they're pretty much the one, but this is a very closely contested zone. If you notice, Jonathan Grant, they're on 15 points as well, and they still have a few matches to go, as you can see over on the right side of the screen. All right, so we'll definitely look to see, what is happening here. And I guess you guys recognize my bias because I'm straight out of country. So in this one we have Mona, Charlie Smith, Jonathan Grant, Waterford, Tarrant, and
All right, so over to zone C. All right, guys,
in zone C we have Kingston College, so they're on 25 points. Campion. Well, let me tell you, Campion is rewriting the narrative. They're not just solely academic, but they're coming into this football thing. All right, so Campion College, those two schools should go through. All right, when we look at below the table there with Penwood, Osemarty, Meadowbrook, and Cumberland, it's clear to me that Campion and KC, they're going to go forward.
I agree with you on those. Some good performances in, and they've won their last 5 matches. So that's great momentum.
All right, over to Zone D, and this one is closely contested. So you see why the Manning Cup is not yet ready for the next round. Calabar on 19, Stacks, that's St. Andrew Technical on 19. All right, so it's just the goal difference that is giving Calabar the advantage right now. And then below we have AS Selassie Vauxhall. But those two teams should go through Stacks and Calabar based on what is happening at below them. So Hail Selassie, Vauxhall, Camperdown, Kingston Technical High School. All right. In Zone E, we have Wolmer's, boys, Tivoli, St. Jago, Benham Town. All right, St. Mary's College, Edith Dalton. All right, so here again, it's a situation where Wolmer's and Tivoli, they should go through, but again, just trying to figure out who is going to take the top of the zone. So still a few matches to go. I don't see St. Jago coming back for this one unless they have third place thing similar to the DCup. All right, in Zone F, we have Jamaica College, Excelsior, Bridgeport, Ascot, Pembroke. Some teams have 5, so it's a possibility. All right, here we go. So it looks like JC going through, but perhaps, with 6 games here, Bridgeport might have a chance. So this one is yet to be finalized. So we look forward to the results here. In Zone G, we have St. George's on 19, St. Catherine on 19. All right, this one is another zone. I believe St. George's and St. Catherine, they will go through, but still have some games to play. Only Trinity Way on 7, Norman Manley 4, Papine on 3 points. So that's pretty much it there for the Manning Cup. All right, so that's pretty much the situation there for the Manning Cup. I'm just going to go over to show you some of the matches that are coming up, some being played today as well. So we're just going to get you to see that information. All right, what we do for one, we do it for the other. All right, so just for you to get a sense of what is happening. All right, so in this context, we should see stats today and Kingston Tech, Calabar, and Vauxhall. All right, we should also see AS Selassie and Camperdown, Ascot and Pembroke Hall, Charlie Smith and Tarrant, and then Wednesday, so that's tomorrow, Mona High and Gainstead. All right, Waterford and Jonathan Grant, Bridgeport and Excelsior. On the 17th, which is Thursday, Tivoli Gardens and Wolmer's Boys. All right, Denham Town and St. Jago as well on Thursday. And I believe that's that. That is that. Yep, that's that. So that's pretty much all the updates that we have for you at this time in the context of the DaCosta Cup and the Manning Cup competitions. Please ensure that you stick and stay with us. We'll be here. And S Technics keep saying, I am a fellow Caledonian. All right. Like, share the video, people. Thank you so much. Definitely. It doesn't cost a thing. All right. Big up yourself. Really appreciate the support. S Technics skip. All right, Ruben, over to you. Do you have any final comments that you'd like to share before we close things out here?
Just like to say thanks to all the persons who came over and supported us. We really appreciate you and looking forward to seeing you soon as we provide you with more updates as it relates to both the Manning and the Cup. So stick and stay with us, guys. We really and truly will appreciate you.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. And please remember to support the team, support the students. They're going out there to do their best and, just encourage them as they continue to represent their schools and themselves as well. And, parents, the community, Jamaica land we love. You look at it, it was so heartwarming to see Kareem Dixon playing for Jamaica, knowing that, he was just here last season. So big up to CC again on that one and to Kareem Dixon, continue to shine bright like a diamond. And so this is what we want to do. We want to create these opportunities for students, where they are pretty much rounded individuals who can contribute in whatever way positively to our society. So blessings and love, everyone, and we will see you in the next live. But ensure that you hit the like button, share, subscribe, and absolutely please turn on your post notifications so that you do not miss any updates from this channel. Bye for now. Take care. See you in the next live.